What's up, HASfit Tribe? It's your personal trainer, Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia, and this is a full body dumbbell workout that you can do at home.
Today's strength training routine will help you build muscle and improve strength.
We do recommend having a few weights available to you so that you can switch up the resistance to really challenge yourself.
Now let's go. Let's begin with a warm-up. Our first one today is going to be a straight leg kick and twist with our feet together. Let's bring our arms out straight to our side. And I'm going to twist to my right side. Right straight leg comes up. I twist into that leg, back down. Alternate opposite side. Now, if you can touch that foot with your hand, that's great. But if you're lower on your straight leg kick, then that works as well. This one's going to loosen up those hamstrings, that mid-thoracic back and rotation, chest, shoulders, back. We like these efficient, compound, dynamic warm-up moves. Hitting multiple muscle groups with just one move here. Breathe and moving at a warm-up pace for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll call that
0.
I'll call that my straightish leg kick and
Straightish?
twist. Yeah,
it's a
straightish
leg kick
and twist.
We
gotta do what we gotta do around here.
Next up, we're gonna do a shoulder box, working on those shoulders and upper body. Let's bring our arms to our side. Elbows are at a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna bring my elbows up to my side, pull my hands back, return them back down. So it's 4 parts. 1, pull back on those hands. 2, return down. 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a great one to help restore that natural upright posture. Great for our rotator cuffs, upper back, all of the above. Every time just pulling back on those hands, trying to get a little further back with every repetition.
Don't be alarmed if you feel some snaps in your shoulder, as long as you're not feeling any pain, any sharp pain, just loosening everything up.
For 3, 2, 1, 0. Next up, we're going to do a lateral move. It's a side lunge with a toe touch. Starting with my feet together, I'm going to step to my left side. And with my right hand, I'm going to reach across and attempt to touch that toe. Doing the best that you can here. Opposite side. Again, maybe you're only getting to your shin.
Maybe you're at your knee.
Maybe your steps are smaller and you feel more comfortable in here. And we're going to encourage you throughout today's workout to make it work for you. No two bodies are the same. Just challenging yourself and doing what you're capable of today. Again, warm up pace. We don't want to go crazy here.
Save it.
Plenty of time for the work coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling that stretch in the inside of the leg, hamstrings, glutes. For 3, 2, 1, and 0. Excellent work. All right, so today we are going to start with a superset. So we have 2 complementary exercises that we're going to go back and forth between. The first one's going to be for our upper body. We're going to need 2 dumbbells. It's a 1-3 tempo push press. So we're going to need 2 dumbbells that you feel comfortable pressing overhead. So that weight is a weight that you would normally use, let's say, for a shoulder press exercise, but maybe in just a little lower because we are going to use that 1-3 tempo. Let's show you what that looks like. Bring those dumbbells up into a rack position. Feet are shoulder width apart. I'm going to sit back with my weight in my hips and press the dumbbell straight up. That's a 1 second and then 1, 2, 3 second count on the way down, controlling that eccentric phase. We're gonna do 12 repetitions here, doing it together. Rack position and begin. Sit back, 1 second, explode up, And then 1, 2, 3, repeat. So every time we're controlling that negative yielding phase or eccentric phase of the movement. It helps us to focus on that time under tension, keeping those palms facing in and our elbows tucked in.
This is number 6, so we have 6 more to go, halfway.
We're going to exhale on the way up and then inhale as those dumbbells are coming down. Again, exploding every time. Fast on the way up, and then slow and controlled on the way down. We're feeling it too, almost there.
2 more to go after this one.
That's it, last 2. Control them, control them, control them. Here we go, last one. And there's 12.
Ooh, excellent.
All right, I'm feeling it already. We need 1 dumbbell for the next one, and we're gonna perform a reverse goblet squat with a pause. So again, that's 1 dumbbell, and most of the time if you have a normal dumbbell, but can you show them what that grip looks like on the goblet? So
Like this.
So holding that dumbbell from the top. I'm using the power blocks today, so my grip's a little different. I'm still in the same position. It's just not as convenient to hold in that goblet position.
Doesn't look as pretty or feel as nice, but you got it.
It doesn't. It works, though. All right, so elbows are in. I'm going to step back with my right leg, drop both knees to a 90. 1 second, 1,000 pause. Back up. Opposite leg. 1,000 pause. Back up. It's 12 in total, 6 on each leg. Ready. And begin. Every time hitting that solid pause, just enough to stop your momentum. And we hit that isometric, and ice turns it into an isometric phase of the move there. Good posture. Not dropping that back knee all the way to the floor. Ideally stopping right before it hits the floor. Keep your core braced and tight.
It's 8.
We're inhaling on the way down, exhaling as we drive up.
Last 2 right here. Pause and return.
Right.
Nice work.
Okay, so that's 1 time through this first superset, and we are going to do it again. Now that you're a little more familiar with the movements, time to switch up your weight if you need to. You need to go heavier, you need to go lighter.
That's right.
If you want to change it up, now's the time to do so. Again, for those 12 repetitions, it should be challenging you where reps 10, 11, and 12 are hard, but doable.
Right. So if you're feeling challenged at 5 and 6, you're a little too heavy.
Yeah, you need to
If you're not challenged by the end, then you know you need to increase the weight.
Exactly. All right, 12 repetitions of this 1-3 tempo push press. Ready and begin. Sit back. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Again, really focusing on that breathing, focusing on your core, keeping it braced throughout. When we say bracing your core, what we're referring to is a 360-degree pressing out all the way around, not just pressing forward. It's almost like there's a balloon in your midsection and you're filling up the balloon equally all the way around with pressure. So keeping it tight. And this also turns into an ab exercise when you do that. In addition, this is working your quads, your glutes, shoulders, triceps, little chest, abs. Again, a lot of compound, efficient moves today.
2 more. Let's do it. Inhale down. Exhale on the way up. 1 more.
Last one. Burn them out. Feels good.
Nice work.
All right, so we're moving back to our second set of those goblet reverse lunges with the pause. Again, adjusting your weight accordingly. You need to go up, you need to go down. Whatever you need to do, now's the time to do so. A few big deep breaths. We're on our upper body's resting here. Working our lower body. Getting into position. Ready? And let's hit it. Yeah, every time, get that 1,000 pause. Be a lot easier to just come right up. We're not in it for easy, we're in it for results. One of the keys to strength training is getting that time under tension. And that's what we're doing right here. Making those muscles work. Getting stronger on every rep. Building lean muscle with every rep. And working your hamstrings, glutes, quadriceps, even your shoulders and core, holding this weight in the front.
Here's 11. Almost there.
Excellent. There's 12. Let's get our next superset started with a move for our posterior chain. That's our whole backside. We're gonna need 2 dumbbells for this one, a moderate to heavier weight. We're gonna do a kickstand RDL plus row. Let's show you what that looks like. I'm gonna start putting my right foot back in line with my left heel on the ball of my foot. So that's that kickstand stance. Now starting with both knees bent, I'm going to hinge at my hips, pressing my hips back behind me. Bring those dumbbells to their about knee height and then pull back from my elbows, row, stand up, big and tall. So down, row, stand up. We're gonna do 6 on each side. Ready and begin. Back stays straight, pressing those hips back behind you, pull back from the elbows, and then stand up, squeezing your glutes at the top. So it's a compound exercise. It's really 2 exercises in one here. And on every repetition, really focus on driving those hips back behind you. You should feel that hamstring or that lead leg really engaging, as well as the glutes.
You have 1 more on this leg, and then we're gonna switch sides.
Keeping those shoulders retracted and back.
All right.
Good, and now just switch feet. Same move, just switch which foot is back. And continue.
So your arms don't get much of a break here.
No, it's 12 reps on those arms, maintaining that grip throughout. So for our upper body, it's working our forearms, our biceps, our lats, really whole upper back.
2 more.
On that row, we're really letting the elbows lead the way, pulling back from the elbows, not the hands.
Last one right here.
And there's 12.
All righty.
All right, we're gonna need 2 dumbbells yet again, but this time we're gonna move to the floor for a pressing exercise. We're gonna perform a lying, narrow dumbbell chest press. Again, a moderate to a heavier weight here. Gonna perform 12 repetitions. If you need a little help getting back, you can put your dumbbells on your legs and then use those knees to kick yourself back into position. We're gonna start with our palms facing one another. And then we're gonna come down, but we're gonna keep those elbows in. Actually, where those elbows and upper arm are rubbing it up against our body as we come down, and then press back up.
Yes.
So we have this one for 12 repetitions in total. Ready and begin.
You're gonna inhale on the way down and big exhale as you push the dumbbells back up.
This is working our chest, our triceps, shoulders, all working together on this one. Really the only muscles that weren't working on that last exercise are working on this one. That's what we talk about, complementary exercises. Controlling our tempo here. Not a race, we're not flying through it. Controlling the way down and the way up. Like I said, that's that time under tension that you've heard me talk about time and time again. No pun intended.
3 more.
And drive up, big power. Feeling those triceps starting to work here, that big group of 3 muscles in the back of the arm. Last one. And there's 12, very good. Okay, so what's one time through this superset? So now again, you're more equipped, you have more knowledge than you had a few minutes ago. You need to adjust your weight, do so, especially on this kickstand RDL plus row. Maybe it was your first time doing it and you went light just to be safe, feeling a little more comfortable. Increase the load. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself here. So adjusting your weight accordingly for our next set of 12, making sure you use those legs as we pick up the dumbbells.
That's why it's so important to have good form and just really test out a movement that when you do increase the weight, you have a less chance of injury.
Yeah. Always easier to start light and work your way up than the other way around.
Yep.
Okay, so let's take that right foot and bring it back in line with our left heel in that kickstand stance. Beginning now. RDL, hips back, pulling from the elbows, big power. Stand up straight. There it is. 5 more on this side. Again, every time, really focus on driving those hips back, almost like you're trying to touch your butt to the wall behind you. All right, so don't turn it into a squat where you're bending that knee to come down. You start with a little bend in that knee, and then you keep that same bend throughout.
Last one on this side.
Feeling that stretch in the back of that lead leg.
All right.
All right, same move, switch it up. Ready, and begin. Again, those hips come back every time.
And your head is in line with your back.
That's it. We don't want any rounding.
No cranking of the neck to
And
look
no
up.
cranking up like this. That's okay if you take your eyes off of us for a moment as your gaze comes down.
We're not going anywhere, I promise.
Nope, we'll be here when you come back up.
5. You have one more.
And there's 12.
Nice work.
Okay, back to the floor. We're headed for our second set of lying dumbbell narrow chest press here. Again, adjusting your weight if you need to do so. Taking a couple of big deep breaths here. Our strength training routines, we're really aiming for 30 to 45 seconds in between each set. That's not a HIIT workout. And the reason why we do that is we want to be able to use more weight. So we need that, just those extra few seconds for our muscles to recover here. So if you're used to doing a bunch of fast-paced HIIT workouts, strength training is not the same. The science says you need that rest. So there we go. I'm done filling that time.
There you go.
But I want you to know why I'm slowing the pace down, because we have to have that break in between, even if you feel like you're ready. Okay, now we're ready.
Fight the urge.
And begin.
The urge to race through a workout.
Breathing in, breathing out. There it is. Very good. Yeah, because I get the comments, on some of our strength training workouts. Oh, so we love the workout, but you move too slow for me. I'm ready to go. Well, that's not what the science says. Science says if you think you're ready to go, you're not using high enough weight.
Exactly. That was my next comment.
Because when you're using heavier weight, you need that full time to recover. So up the weight, if that's how you're feeling right now.
There's 7.
Don't be afraid. There it is. Keeping those dumbbells over your elbows as you come down.
Inhale down. Exhale. Always remember to breathe. 2 more.
Squeezing or contracting your chest muscles up at the top is a nice habit as well on this
Last one.
And there's 12. Excellent work. All right, let's come up to our feet for our next one. We're actually going to perform a tri-set next. So we have 3 exercises that we're going to alternate between. And our first one's going to be a compound move for our lower and upper body. 2 dumbbells are needed. We're going to perform a dumbbell squat plus a power pull. Actually, I'm going to keep this same weight.
Yeah, me too.
Now that I think about it. See, again, there's a lot. You got to think about it. Don't just grab whatever. We're going to start with our feet hip width apart, and our palms are going to be facing back behind us. I'm going to sit back with my weight in my hips, break my hips, then my knees, full range of motion squat. And as I stand up, I'm going to explode up and pull my elbows back. So I'm not pulling them up, but they come up and back. If you haven't done this move before, probably best to start lighter. And next set, if you feel comfortable, you can go heavier. We're going to perform this one for 12 repetitions. Ready, begin. Sit back, and then use that power from your legs to explode up and pull those dumbbells back. Good posture here. We do not want to have a rounded back. We don't want to get halfway down and do this, but instead keep that head and chest up throughout. Especially on the way down, we want to focus on driving through that midfoot so we're not falling back onto our heels. We're coming forward onto our toes.
Woo-wee. 4 more.
Again, compound move here in that upper and lower body.
2 more.
Exploding up. Last one. All right.
Ooh,
Okay,
nice
so
job.
the good news is our next move is just going to work our biceps. So it's an isolation exercise. Legs are resting, shoulders are resting, etc. And we need 2 dumbbells for a cross body curl. Couple of big deep breaths here as we allow our bodies to recover after that challenging move. Shoulders are back, dumbbell in each hand. I'm gonna curl, but I'm gonna keep that palm inward towards my body and curl across my body, alternating. So that dumbbell's actually rubbing up against my chest as I bring it up.
I hope you picked your weight accordingly because we're doing 10 each arm.
10 on each arm.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, here we go. And let's start with our right arm. Begin. Again, nice and controlled on this one. Not a race.
Exhale as you lift up that dumbbell. Inhale as you bring it down. Always remembering to exhale at the hardest, most difficult part of an exercise.
And this one really focused on avoiding using momentum. Yes, this would be an easier move if we swung the dumbbell up every time. But we're not here for easy. We are here for results. And you can't spell change without being challenged.
Oh, look at that.
Challenging
Nice
yourself
old
here
quip.
today. Hey, even though I get a little fatigued, I still got it in me here. However many years we've been doing this. Hopefully I've learned a thing or two along the way.
All right, that's halfway.
Working our biceps, forearms, grip, all working together here.
Reminds me of those bodybuilder.
I want to pump you up.
Yeah, those bodybuilder pumps right in front of the mirror.
That's it.
Do a little kiss to your bicep.
Oh, okay. I might pause that one later and blow that up for the Instagrams. Keep working out there, HASfit Tribe.
That's right.
Bringing you a little comic relief here as our arms are catching on fire.
You only have, what is that? 10 more. Let's do
10.
it.
10 more.
15, 16, 17. Here we go. Sorry, my math was off.
A little bit.
18.
There it is. Now we're back on track.
19.
Last one. 20. All right, next up, we are going to move into a dumbbell pal-off press. We need one dumbbell, and we need a lighter dumbbell.
Oh, goodness.
2 to 5 pounds.
All right.
If I had a number to give you on this one. Again, if you feel like you're not being challenged, you can always up the weight later, but
It's true.
this is a core movement, and we don't want our shoulders to take over. Really want to focus on our core. We're going to take our fingers and interlace them around that one dumbbell. We're going to start with our elbows in, slight bend in our knees, good posture. Go
and
ahead.
for your pelvis, I just want to say, always remember to bring your pelvis up so that your pelvis is directly underneath your rib cage.
That's
It's
a great
it's
point.
really important with these types of core workouts.
Yeah, okay. So now we're going to take that dumbbell. We're going to bring it into our chest. Elbows are tucked in. And here's our cue on this one. I want you to focus on that 360-degree brace in your core while you press out, and we're going to do a 5-second exhale. So it's and then pull it back in. So every 5-second exhale, 360 degrees, not just pressing out here, but all the way around. You're squeezing and pressing out. Ready and begin. And pull it in.
Inhale as you pull it back in.
There, of course, we're going to need oxygen to keep it up, right? That's it. We got to slow it down a little bit. 5 seconds. Good. Keeping patience with this one.
2 more.
And the temptation is here is to turn it into an arm exercise. Don't do it. Use that core. Last one. All right.
Nice work.
There's 6. Okay, so we're going back to the top, back to the beginning of this tricep. And if you remember, we had those tough dumbbell squat plus power pulls. So choosing your weight accordingly. If you had the perfect weight, go back to it. Need to up it, do so. Need to lower it, do so. Whatever it is you need to do, get it right. You got a moment here. For this, really about a full body workout on this one. All right, good posture. We have 12 repetitions in total. Remember, we're starting with our feet hip width apart. Gonna load those legs. Palms are facing back behind us. Good posture throughout the whole move. 12 reps. You got it. Let's begin. Sitting back. Explode up and pull those elbows back once they reach the top. Again, really using that power from the legs to pull them up. Notice how we're both keeping our chest up throughout the whole move. You're not seeing us bending over or having any rounding. And if you're doing any of those things, then you need to lighten your load until you're able to find a weight that you can keep proper form.
3 more.
Big power every time. Come on. You're a power factory. Let's see it.
Last one. Come on, let's do it.
Big power. Boom. All right.
Nice work.
All right.
I actually think I'm gonna keep the same weight.
Back to our cross body curls here.
Ooh.
Couple of big deep breaths in between. That's a compound exercise.
Yep.
Letting that oxygen go back to our brain on that one.
Who says strength training can't be a little bit of cardio?
No, you definitely get your heart rate up along the way, of course.
Ooh.
There's a balance. Okay.
Okay.
Feet are shoulder width apart. Good posture here.
I'll keep
Couple
better count
big,
this
deep
time,
breaths.
I promise.
We're going to start with that right arm, bringing that curl up and across the body. Let's go. Control here. Yes, this ends up being a longer set because we have 10 on each arm, and we're doing it in a unilateral fashion, one arm at a time. All right, again, working on those arms, working on those biceps with this one. I don't know if I've ever met anybody that doesn't want nice biceps. Working on them here. Taking a moment to think about what brought you here today to begin with. What's that why?
10 more.
Something made you start this video today. You got a goal in mind. Keep it at the front of your mind. Throughout today's routine, it's going to be that carrot that gets you through to the end. You're going to show up day in and day out, putting in that work to get to that goal.
5 more.
Almost there. Let's go. Starting to feel it here if you're using the appropriate weight.
2 more. Let's go. 19 and 20. Nice
Excellent.
work.
Okay, so we can set those down because we're going to a lighter weight for our last set of that dumbbell pal-off press. Shaking everything out.
Shake it out.
Again, the point of this one is not that you're not going to work your shoulders, because you are, but we don't want our shoulders taking over. We want to use a light enough weight where we're not like struggling to keep the dumbbell up, but instead we're really able to focus on that anti-rotation, anti-sway, and keep that brace going throughout. Working on those inner core muscles is what we're all about on this one.
They're deep down in there, that transverse abdominis.
Those fingers interlocked.
Pelvis underneath the rib cage, nice and stacked.
So that means we don't want it like this, but stacked up under you. Here we go. Ready? 5-second exhale, 6 times. Begin. And pull it in. Good. Nice and control. Don't rush that 5 seconds. Next one. And good. Again. Now we're going to mute our mics on our exhale so you don't have to hear that, but I do want that big exhale every time.
It's number 4. 2 more.
All right. Feeling it working here.
one.
Last one. Big squeeze. There it is. There's the end of that tricep. That's it.
Excellent.
Nice work, Claudia.
Nice work, everyone, and you.
We made it. Now it is time for our cool down. We're gonna show our muscles some love with a little restorative work. We use our cool down to bring our heart rates down slowly, but also to get some flexibility and mobility training in that will, in addition, help to reduce that delayed onset soreness over the next few days. First one's going to be a standing quadricep stretch. If you need a wall or a chair for this one, feel free to grab it. We're gonna reach back and just go ahead and grab that right foot.
Oh, grab the left
or
one.
left, whichever one you got. And we're gonna hold, trying your best to keep that knee into your side, pulling back and just holding here. Again, if you're not in the mood to test your balance, go ahead and just hold on to a wall or a chair. Your quad will be stressed just the same. And 3, 2, 1, 0. Same move, opposite side here. Also helps if you find a focal point for your eyes, something to just focus your eyes on so you're not looking all over the room.
I'm looking right at you.
Nice controlled breathing here. Bringing that heart rate down. For 3, 2, 1, 0. It's always a good day when I can make it through those on camera without falling. All right, let's move to the floor.
It's a close one.
Hey, it's always a close one.
Oh,
we're gonna move into a V-sit reach plus scarecrow. So we're gonna get into a V-sit position. That's legs nice and wide here. And we're gonna try our best to keep those knees down to the floor. So if you're like this, that ain't it. Get those knees down.
I've always been terrible at these.
Well,
since grade school.
Well, I mean, you could set me up for that. I was I think the 3rd grade V-sit reach champion in my elementary school.
Oh, look at you.
I'll bring the receipt next time. We are going to start with a reach. So crawl those fingers out and reach.
That's what I got right here.
As far as you can.
And if this is what you have, you're in good company.
And then straight arms, sit up, good posture, and perform a scarecrow, pulling back on those elbows and hands. Diving back down now.
Oh, goodness. I feel like I'm gonna fold up like a chair. Sorry.
It'll probably make for good video. And sit up, good posture. And pull back on those hands and elbows. Maybe that's what we need for some virility. Right? You know, just fold yourself up like a chair. We'll finally go viral. All right, sitting up, pulling back on those hands, chest forward, elbows down. One last one, diving down. I know it's uncomfortable. Sitting up, good posture here. Hands down, elbows back, and relax.
I'm gonna work on that one.
Okay, next up, we're going to perform a 90-90 hip stretch. Give our hips some love. Go ahead and start in a similar position, but now our knees are bent 90-degree angle. We're on our heels. And I'm gonna rotate to my left side now until both knees are at a 90-degree angle. And if you get here and it's immediate cramp, you can lean back to relieve some pressure. Now, if you feel like you're getting a good stretch right here, you can stay here. If you want additional stretch, you can bring that opposite side shoulder to that opposite side knee for an additional stretch. So there are 3 different variations for you. You decide what's appropriate for you as we stretch out those hips. Just a static hold here. For 3, 2, 1. All right, coming back to center. And of course, you know we got to do it on the same opposite side now. So turning into that opposite side. And if you want to lean in, lean in. You want to lean out, lean out. That's it.
Don't be surprised if maybe one side cramps, but the other side doesn't.
Yeah, very common. Nice controlled breathing here. One more workout that you can check off your list. For 3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh.
And that is it.
We're done.
Cool down is complete. Ma'am, speaking of checking things off your list, we find it so helpful if you have a complete program to follow. You can go in and day out, check off your workout, knowing exactly what you're supposed to be doing to help you accomplish your goals, whether that's strength training, muscle building, losing weight, you're a beginner, you're advanced, and we have all of those for you.
on the HASfit app. So let us take the guesswork out of it. You can find those full-length programs on the HASfit app, which can be downloaded to an Android or an iPhone device.
You can also support us by stopping by our store, picking up some HASfit gear like a HASfit t-shirt, or if you need some help with your diet, you can pick up our diet guide, Eating for Life.
There you go.
I got it.
Don't forget to like us on your favorite social media channel.
Until next time, I'm Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.